Good evening, ladies and gents. How are you doing tonight? I wish your day is going well. If it's not, I hope it gets better. So, this lovely evening, the game of choice will be Rust, and I present to you the Tortoise. The Tortoise is a 2x1 design, very compact. It can handle 20 rockets to TC and 35 rocket to loot. Simple as that. For the tour, started with your yard, an auto turret and a plant plot is presented. And through the airlock, we are presented with 3 large boxes and a vending machine. The 3 large boxes can be depots or whatever. Now into the core, we're presented with 3 furnaces and a vending machine for extra loot. Into the core, we have a tier 2 small boxes, a barbecue, and a furnace. Also presented is a locker for your quick kids pickup and whatnot. I just had a little bit of a thing there. In your core, you have 3 large boxes and a vending machine with a hidden TC. The way of accessing the TC is behind the vending machine. The upkeep is simple: 40 high qual, 2k stone, 600 metal, and a little bit of wood. Simple as that. I'm sure anybody could be able to handle it. Right. As this settles, let's get started with the building. With the building, a simple 1x1 is really all we need. A wooden door, a metal door, and a TC is that's everything you need to slap this base down. Make sure the TC is placed a little bit off from not as close to the door. That way there's a little bit of a space. I'll show you how to use the vending machine trick later. And with that, some simple furniture like a tier 1, a box, and your sleeping bag is all we need to get you rolling on whatever server of your choice. The space is small, simple, and effective. A simple starter is all you need for a good wipe. Right. A wooden door and a metal door is all really you need, at least for the start. But now let's work on some upgrades. The first upgrade you'll need is upgraded into a 2x1. Some quick honeycomb plus storage. The single door is for your future vending machine. And look at this. Now that this is much more secure and effective than whatever we had before. Now for some quick interior upgrades. Here's the vending machine part I was talking about. You'll need a single vending machine and a single sheet metal door for this entire trick to work. Or if you want it to be an armored door, that's off to your choice. But okay, now you could go up close to line it up. Or for me, I just really use my brain, somehow figure something to make it work. There we go. Now that's really effective. Let's for the way of testing it, you just put your face against it and see if it works. Make sure you build this before you actually build it, and build it in a build server. Now let's get some interior going. So here's my take on the interior. Very simple. The entire 5 loot rooms has already been set up. You have a tier 1, 2 beds, garage door, and a vending machine. Of course, how you could place the half floor, half triangle, it's simply just go outside and you do it. Like how you do it in every single 2x1. And if you place the vending machines correctly, it shouldn't affect it. 2 beds, 1 furnace, for all the metal you'll ever need. And yeah, that's about it. Now let's put some honeycomb onto this bad boy, since it's still 4 rocket to TC at this point. You'll need to upgrade the inside wall, this one to armored and this one to metal, to make sure, since you can't access them later. The ground for the TC has to be full high wall, and honeycomb goes on outside of it. For this one, you cannot access this, so it goes to metal, as well as the floor door inside of there also goes to metal. This is going to be sealed off. Here's the front of the base. It's going to be stayed as wood until you build up the bunker. That way you can use a salvage sword or something to just bash it out. Right, here's this part is where we honeycomb this outside for the vending machine. That way we can use it. Honeycomb the entire base. Everything over here is going to be upgraded to its final form, and yeah, use whatever materials of your need to slowly upgrade your base to the current state it is in. Right, here's the roof upgrades. This is really all you need for a start, and then after that, for the max upgrade, it's just 3 high qual parts, and then also the other part has to go to metal. Now the interior upgrades, just follow along. Metal, metal, high qual for the both back walls, and this is going to get removed. It's going to be metal for the reason of it just saves a lot more space. All of these parts are going to be metal. Messed up on that part, but ended up figuring it out. This part you could really do what you want. This part I'm not that sure, so I sort of just kind of went with the flow. This part, it could be stone high qual, since that's basically a metal wall to a high qual wall, or you can do metal, which, well, I mean, it would work, but I'd like to stick with the stone and high qual. Depends on your cost, it could be either one. Now let's get your vending machine ready for your storage. And here's basically the outside of your base completed. And now let's put on the roof so that you don't show everybody how rich you are. And then some client is going to be like, oh, that seems juicy, let's rate them. This one has to say wood, that way you can bash it out later. And here's the base fully completed. It doesn't look too big or too crazy from the outside. And yeah, this is the second part of the base fully completed, and it is very simple and compact. There's nothing too special about it. At this stage, it's basically the cheapest way to raid in has to be through doors, and it's already a 20 rocket raid. Now here's the bunker, the stability bunker. Yes, the stability bunker that everybody loves. 2 half walls here, make sure it's 2 half walls. And the top part, leave it out, because this is for Dropbox storage. This is where your vending machine goes. And a door frame here and a window here. One's for shop front, one's for window. Just to clarify, make sure the shop front is facing inwards. That could be upgraded to metal or stone. It doesn't really affect that much, but I'd like to go metal. Right, let's set up the draw boxes. 2 large boxes and 1 small box after the update is really all you need for equal storage, since they expanded all the boxes by so much. Now, both doors storage goes on. And this is your entire base completed. You have the option to make the front porch if you would like, with whatever configuration of your choice. But if you have your shop front facing out, you wouldn't be able to do this. Here's the base fully completed. Let's run through the tour again. You have the vending machine, small box, depot box storage. Go through the bunker, presented with furnaces, and your vending machine storage, your core, which that should probably be a tier 2 at this point, because why wouldn't it be? Or a tier 3 if you're that Chad. That depends. It could be a tier 2 or a tier 3. It's just not a tier 1. Now for the main loot room, you should be able to access everything just fine, and 5 large boxes is all there. You might need to look for the opening a little bit, but it should be easy. The only reason I have low high qual is because that wall right there isn't high qual. And also there's like a few floors, that floor isn't high qual. And here's the Tortoise. I wish y'all have a good evening, and I wish this video helped you on your journey to Rust and journey through Rust with your friends or whatever. Good night.